One of the most fundamental themes in American history has been the desire of people to travel west. First on foot, then in the covered wagons of the 1800s, and by automobile in the 1900s. The desire to pick up and go became interwoven with the lure of the open road, creating the undeniable urge for millions to go west in search of a better life. For many, this history was played out mile after mile on one of America's most famous highways, U.S. Route 66.
This road, created in 1926, completed in 1938, was 2,448 miles long, the first paved road from the Midwest to the West Coast.
Many families packed everything they owned into and onto the family car and traveled west on Route 66. Harsh winds and drought had transformed much of the once fertile Midwest farmland into a vast dust bowl. Joe Bono, whose family has operated a restaurant and deli on Route 66 for over 60 years, remembers the westbound travelers of his youth in Fontana, California.
My first memories of Route 66 were the mass exodus of people from the Dust Bowl that were on the way to California. We fed a lot of hungry people here, and we did this because we knew they were hungry and they didn't have any money.
Times change, and as the pace of life quickens, the need for newer, faster, and safer highways has meant the end for much of the original Route 66. In the wine region of Southern California, Interstate 15 has sliced its way through much of the old Mother Road, as it was known to those who traveled her. But there are still sections of the road that retain some of the character that was present when business was booming on the shoulders of Old 66.
This 6.5-mile stretch through Cajon Summit gives you a sampling of what the whole length was like. It's in its pristine original condition. You can see it was one of the world's first divided highways. We're in the right lane, downhill lane. The uphill divided section is to our left.
Today, many people seek out the remaining sections of the original pavement, some of which have attained what could almost be referred to as cult status.
We used to watch Route 66, the program on television. It was one of the better shows at that time. The gentleman that drove that Corvette all over, it was just neat watching them and seeing the different towns they stop in, and now we try and stop in the same places that they've been when we go up 66.
It's just this kind of nostalgia that is spearheading a whole new appreciation of Route 66. In fact, just up the road a bit sits one of the newest motorsports facilities in the U.S., California Speedway. This state-of-the-art 2-mile D-shaped oval is the new West Coast home to both NASCAR and kart racing. Another motorsports facility that sits on historic 66 is the Justice Brothers Racing Museum. About 30 miles east of the Speedway in Duarte, this museum features a world-class collection of racing machinery.
I can't think of a better place to be located than on Route 66, where we're located with our racing museum. It's hard to believe that my dad and my uncles came down Route 66 and drove by literally the location where we're located today. It sort of is a weird feeling to think them driving out here after the war, and here we are today with a museum on Route 66. Route 66, the Mother Road, otherwise known as Will Rogers Highway, ends at Santa Monica at the beach. And I'll tell you, for the people who come from around the world, they remember Route 66, and the Europeans, they get a big kick out of it that they can come visit our museum on Route 66.
In nearby Rancho, Cucamonga, the Route 66 Territory Museum is a vault of 66 history that packs the most route memories in the least amount of space and time. Although currently displayed in a transitional home at the Foothill Marketplace, it's the best window shopping Route 66 has to offer.
All of our artifacts were donated by the public who, out of their own vision of what should be in a Route 66 museum, have given it its unique flavor. It's completely market-driven. It's whatever the public thinks it should be. Gas pumps are in there, of mobile Pegasus Flying Red Horse, paintings, photos, signs, you name it, we've got it.
U.S. Highway 66 will always be America's most famous highway. And thankfully, the spirit of the Mother Road is still alive.